Semi-finals? Julian. What did I say? Julian. Is it Julian? Julian.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We are now into our second semi-final, second ladies semi-final. Myself and David Noon here are on the mic, commentary for this match. So we've got highest seed N.Gilis from Belgium, the number 1 from Belgium, and number 2 seed in the tournament. And she'll be playing J.Courtice, ranked 66 from England. So I think we're in for an exciting match. David, you watched the last match with Adrian Waller. What impressed you about Adrian?
A lot, actually. He was very clinical. He managed to put the ball away so well in certain areas. You know, he really, any loose ball, his racket preparation was just perfect every time. And that sounds like something basic and something you'd tell everybody to get your racket up. But he did it in a manner that was just so clinical. He didn't get any loose ball at all, and he was squeezing that short ball. So very impressive.
Yeah, particularly for a big man. I mean, he must be 6'4", 6'5". Very soft hands.
We're going to have a tall final, because the other semi-final between Mason Gamal and Declan James, both tall guys too. But this is the women's second semi-final, so Millie Tomlinson awaiting the winner of this one. 30 places in the world ranking of a difference here as well. So we've N.Gilis is ranked number 36. She's a full 30 places ahead of J.Courtice.
Now, interesting about Julianne, the age difference I think is 4 years, and Julianne actually was off the circuit for a number of years, studying. So she's back on the circuit, playing good squash. Recently won the Ipswich Open, winning comprehensively, and so she's bringing good form in. And this should be an interesting matchup.
She's showing her good form as well. She's unseeded and she's taken out 2 seeds so far. So we'll definitely in for a close contest here. Missed that one. She must have broke a string. I think Gillis is on the rise as well. This is her highest world ranking, and she's still quite young, so she'll certainly be looking to progress and see if she can hold her seeding, get to the final.
Well, coached by Ronnie Vlasis, Belgian coach.
Our buddy there.
Yeah, our good. He's come over now a number of summers, hosting some Irish camps. Great character. I hope if he's watching from home. Whoa.
Yes, Dad? Okay?
Grand, she said.
Yeah. Bit of a slide.
Ronnie's a fan of some hard physical training, isn't he? If you match Ronnie's hard physical training with her boyfriend's physical regime, Paul Cole's physical regime as well, we've got a lean, mean machine here. Definitely fit. Some pedigree as well. She would have been a top junior. Competing very well at the British Junior Open and also going to the semi-finals of a British Junior Open as far as I'm aware.
Good shot. So squeezed her there. Some really good backhand drives. Opened up the opportunity. Just dropped it in. Soft hands. Good squash.
Three, two.
One forced error. Second one now from Julianne, or Jules as she's known on the circuit. Would be disappointed with that. She was on balance.
Definitely tell that Gilis is looking to use a lot of her strength and fitness. She's really pushing up that tee. Great deception from Juliet. We're going to call her Jules there. Is that what we're going to do? Make it easy. Jules it is. Really nice shot there though. Totally missed, wrong footed. Gilis. Great balance on the tee as well. It's one of the things that is very impressive from all of the players, but you'll notice that they're very well balanced on the tee and making sure that they don't get too close to the ball. If you're too close to the ball, it means you're crowding yourself and you end up playing sort of an awkward shot. But when they're well balanced and you see the ball early, moving into a nice position, and that seems to be very obvious here from Courtice. Great length, great patience. Patience, definitely a strong attribute here. Oh, lucky one. A sincere apology there from Gilis. 5-all, couldn't be closer. Quite an impressive rally there, very strong straight lines. 6-4, my apologies.
And she did well there just to pick that up. Good backhand retrieve. Jules really worked the opportunity well. Popped in the backhand short. But it was a good squash. That'll be a stroke. So she's just stretching away here, 7-4. So anyone watching, particular juniors, great squash. But Gilis was right up on the tee there, great position, really worked her hard, opened the opportunity and then went forehand drop. It's a good squash.
Something we saw from Waller earlier as well was how well he used the straight drop off of a boast, get your body into position and It's such an effective shot to play it right from the right positions. Definitely lessons to be learned. Oh.
She'd be disappointed with that. It was good structure to that rally. Just as David said there, yeah, it was any juniors watching. A lot of really good structure and good decision making by the pros. Once they're balanced, they really try and open the opportunity, attack well and defend well. But some of the squash here, particularly the lines, are pretty impressive. So we've got some aspiring juniors here behind us. A couple from one of the local clubs here, Sutton Lawn Tennis Club, playing in a big final tomorrow against a local club, Fitzwilliam. We wish them no luck at all. I think Fitzwilliam are looking good for that title.
Aspiring junior, kind of like aspiring seniors at the moment as well. Causing some big upsets this year. We're actually heading away as a team, the under 15s and under 17 European Championships coming up soon. We'll be seated quite highly, looking to get a win for the first time ever. No Irish team has ever won. So we have a team of Conor Moran, Scott Gillanders and Sam Buckley. On the three males, and 2 females are Sophie O'Rourke and Emma Lundy. So keep an eye out for that one, starting on the 11th of May. Send in all your well wishes to Irish Squash, and we'll pass them on to the guys. But definitely an exciting time for Irish Squash.
Yeah, it's that team has got a lot of potential, and we wish them every bit of success. Gilis now has moved into game ball, 10-5 up, and she's just looking. Oh, great squash! Really cut that down really well. It's good technique there from J.Courtice from Gilis. Saving 1 game ball. Can she save 4 more?
Gilis's activity on the knee there proved the deciding factor. She was pushed up very well, took her volleys in short well, all round very clinical. 11-6 first game to Gilis.
15 seconds.
Right, we're back. And Gilis leading 1-0. Good for her lead now, to be fair. She is playing very consistent squash, taking her opportunities when she can. And I think it's probably fair that Jules probably just made 1 or 2 unforced errors that just... She needs to be a bit more... cut out those unforced errors.
Just to find more accuracy, I think. Anything looser in the middle seems to be picked off by Gilis, and that's definitely something that needs work for Courtice. If you get the ball into the back of the court, maybe start that, like, just like that height, build the rally a little bit. That was out. In my opinion, of course.
I think the crowd, judging from the crowd's reaction, I think they all thought it was out. So we were just chatting to one of Gilis' first round opponents, Inetta from Latvia. She's heading to South Africa next week, and we wish her the best of luck. That's a good drop. She need a few more of those, David.
It's kind of what we said about the first game as well, is using that straight drop off the post is just such an important shot. Powerful hitting here from Courtice.
But I think, the difficulty there is, yeah, powerful hitting, and she was committed to each shot, but it's just too much half court. She really needs to put her into the target areas, which are really handy behind that service box, to get Gilis moving. That's a really good 2-all post. Good squash. But again, I think David, half court is just hurting Courtice.
It's funny when you, not that she's playing up a level, but this is it's a high pressure situation. You can, as a squash player, and I'm sure we can all relate to it, you can sometimes forget your game plan. You can just try and hit your way out of trouble, and often it's not the way. If your ball ends up coming half court, you're putting yourself under pressure, using a lot of energy to try and push the ball back. But here, the right thing to do would be devise a plan and try and stick to it. So using a bit more height at the moment looks like it would be the better option. Courtice, she's getting picked off around the middle. She's expending a lot of energy, and even when she, just there, good shot, yes, but not a winner. And she used a lot of energy to no avail. So I think the 2-all post that Dara mentioned is definitely with a little bit of height and try and gain that tee position.
Gilis she's certainly the one in control. She's playing the squash, but there's no question that Jules here could she could ask more questions of Gilis. It's better squash, and it's good defense now by Gilis. Really tight forehand drive. It's good squash, and that is the difference there. It was accurate squash, and it was actually landing in the target area, putting more pressure on her. We're going to actually pass you over to one of our most talented under-17 juniors, Scott Galanders. David had mentioned him earlier, and we're going to ask him for his opinion on how the match is going. Scott, a few words, please.
It's a great atmosphere here at FLTC. Two great players, both playing at a fast pace.
Scott, that's riveting stuff. Thank you for that contribution. We'll be right back to you a little later. So Gilis is really dominating the tee here. She's just taking everything in, looking to be positive at every opportunity. And as David said earlier, that legendary Ronnie fitness regime, she just looks very comfortable at this part of the game.
Yeah, no, if you pay attention to her footwork, she's bouncing on that tee. She's really very active, pushing up, really hunting the ball. She's how would you go about it? She's changed her game. She obviously has the pedigree of a madly talented junior. To get to the semi-finals of a British Junior Open is you have to be you're basically top four in the world there. Absolutely incredible talent, and she seems to have matched it with her physical attributes now. She's really gotten into great shape. She's able to move very well around the court. I know she does a lot of gym work with Paul, her boyfriend, who's one of the best players in the world at the moment. He's a top 15 player. The gym is a big part of his regime. And also, alongside that, you've got the mental toughness, the belief to win and chase every ball down and make sure that everything's fresh. So I think she's definitely a player that's on the rise. Be interesting to see if she can match her partner's rise up the rankings.
Well, he's an absolute beast, Paul Cole. The way he's playing the game these days, he just must be one of the fittest men on tour.
The world, maybe.
I was just looking at some of the stats with J.Courtice, and she was ranked 208 last year. So she has made remarkable progress up the ranking. So she's feeling as if she's in bonus territory here, but she's more competitive in this game. I think she's managed to keep herself in all the rallies. And a few more questions now of Gilis.
She's based out of Manchester Northern, as far as I'm aware. Some good quality hitting partners there. There's the likes of Andy Whip, who'll be over 5's top English player. If you get often for a squash player, you need to surround yourself with that kind of talent and that kind of competitive nature. And Gilis is based out of I think it's Giel in Belgium. And Herentals is close by. We have a full glass court, so plenty of opportunity to work towards being a very top squash player, where most of if you do become a top 20 player, you play a lot of your squash on a glass court. In Manchester, they have the same facilities for Julianne Matisse, who could, if she manages to get up those ranks, they have the full glass court in Manchester as well. In the National Squash Centre.
So Gilis was just asking there, this just above the tin, it's almost like a little hollow piece of plastic, which is the ball. While it looks good, it's actually down. So that's why she was asking the question. It's come up a number of times over the weekend. But you can see actually J.Courtice now has actually just made some subtle changes to her game. She's using the front of the court an awful lot more, and she's making Gilis. She's stretching around that court a little bit further. So the half-court game is just improved insofar as that she's playing less half-court, and she's playing more depth. Just to say that, then she miss-hit, right, cross-court miss-hit.
Happened a few times tonight, the commentator's curse. But you used the word stretch there. I like the way. That's a really good description. You're making the court very, very long. You're bringing them in very short, very long into the back of the court, short to the front, long to the back. Makes the court really big, and it's definitely a good tactic. The counter drop is very effective for that. And we've seen J.Courtice win 3 or 4 points this game off the counter drop. And there we go again. She's She wants a let, but there's no let there. It's too tight.
Plus, there was insufficient interference on the way through. So while they just brushed off one another. So as the ref is saying, minimal interference through and play that ball. And that ball was there to be played. I think she was just uncomfortable, a little bit off balance as she was going through, but she could have adjusted. But the ball was very tight, so right decision. She's actually, Courtice getting a lot of reward there from that backhand drop. So this is a really good, much better game, much better performance from Courtice. She's definitely in her groove.
In fairness to Courtice, she did seem quite frustrated at the end of the first game, and maybe she feels like she needed to step up to realise her level. She started the game, it looked like again it was McNicholas in control, but 9-6 up here. We'll see.
So again, she's looking for a let. Referee Joe Ruddy is pretty consistent. And all the refs, actually all week, they've been pretty positive about their refereeing, while they want the players to go after that and play that ball. If that ball is there to be played, play it. And again, it was minimal interference there. Think it was the right decision, Dave?
Yeah, I think so. I think, yeah, if you hit a loose ball, you have to... Consequences are there, and that's when you get your no lets is the result of her own loose ball. When you're ultra competitive, sometimes you can get a little bit annoyed with some decisions.
And out, 7-10, game ball.
7-10. It's not over yet. Very interesting. It's heating up.
There you have it, folks. 1-1, like it's game on. We'll be right back with some stunning commentary from Sam Buckley from Sutton. So we're back, folks. It's 1-1. I'm just going to pass you over to Sam Buckley for his opinion on how we'd call it at this stage of the match. Sam, over you come. So who do you think is going to come through? Over to the mic, Sam. Can't reach over. That's the length it'll go. Sam, how would you call it right now? In your own time there, Sam.
My prediction: 3-2 Neil Gillis.
Yeah, I think you might be right there.
Well, thanks, Sam, for that. Yeah. Right, we're back. If it went to 5, it'd be full value for this great atmosphere, as Scott Gallan, as I said earlier on. Fitzwilliam. Oh. Great for 2 elbows there.
Yeah, she was under pressure there. She was getting pinned to the back, brought in really short. Gillis did nothing wrong there. That was a great rally, and all of a sudden, J.Courtice won it and got the first point. Her confidence will definitely be growing. Down. Sound like the referee saying down. Again, a great effort though. The two elbows is definitely what you're looking to do, to pull your opponent into those corners. Very, very close. So it's all those fine margins. She missed it by maybe a millimeter. That's what we deal with in squash is those millimeters, and it can be a fine line.
From speaking to our Latvian professional squash player, Netta, who's in front of us here, she called it early on, saying that Jules was making too many mistakes, and she really has cut out the errors. She's far more consistent, and she's definitely getting a lot more reward. This game is 50-50 at the moment.
We've seen that quite a lot, is the 2 elbows. We've mentioned it many times, but it's definitely a shot they're looking to play, definitely a shot to stretch your opponent. And it's make or break. If you miss it, point over. If you get it, you're setting yourself up for that volley to maybe put your opponent under pressure. So tactically, you have to stick to your guns and really try and find a way to use that shot.
Some good defense here now from Jules. She's working hard. She's getting the full court, the full tour here. Great rally from Gillis. Really good squash. Really squeezed her opponent there. Her backhand side opened up for half court. Beautiful volley. Cross court, good kill. Good squash. And you can see Gillis now has certainly raised her intensity in this game. She knows that she's got to give that extra 5%. So for any juniors here watching the game, Gillis they're both actually very good examples of how to attack and when to defend. But Gillis has really taken up a very high tee position, giving herself every opportunity to cover both front and back of the court. Scrambling here from Gillis. And still right back up in that tee position.
That would play into the mind of Courtice as well, seeing your opponent so active in the middle, even though she's under a lot of pressure. You feel like you have to do something extra special. She just produced it. Very good.
And again there you saw the effective use of the two-wall post there. Gilis was at full stretch and found herself two-footed right back in the corner, and she just could not recover after she hit that cross court for Jules' straight drive. That was good squash and a really good follow-up.
I'm impressed with the front left, the use of the drop from Gilis. She's bringing it in on a volley, bringing it off the bounce. She's very impressive going short on the front left, working her opponent hard. If this does ever go to 5, I think that'll be a telling factor as well. She's made Jules do an awful lot of work. Force there.
And now, 4-all.
Plenty of room to hit any shot she wanted on the backhand. Just mistimed it.
And as she just called out herself there, she said this is not the time. So interestingly about her mindset there is at 4-all. She's trying to keep it, but she's trying to stay in the rallies so she can just build a bit more momentum through the game.
Again on that backhand volley from Gilis, she's bringing it in short, holding it and pushing her long. So this is definitely a tactic of hers, is to use that backhand volley to lure Jules into a full sense that she's going to go short each time. So she starts to commit to the drop and then she'll push it longer, making her work very, very hard. And that's definitely within her tactic for the game, we'll say. To use that backhand volley and hunt it all the time. Could be the reason she's looking for that tee position so fast as well. Looking for that backhand volley.
Yeah, absolutely right, David. And you know what's impressive about that? Again, good squeeze there. Is that she hits it with great variation of pace. So that kind of three-quarter pace, drifting down the wall, always going away from Jules. It's putting her a lot of pressure on that backhand side when she executes to that level.
Are a few technical subtleties to look out for in Gilis's game. And if we watch her forehand, she'll make an ever so slight movement on her forehand swing to send her opponent the wrong way. And as we know as squash players, it's the double movement. She's making her move twice to get to every ball. She's not so much sending her the wrong way, but she's making her second guess every movement, and that really takes it out of your body as well. So she's been very clinical on the backhand and using deception on the forehand, and it's very impressive so far. If she can maintain this, I think she'll definitely do well in this match.
Yeah. When you should say that, it's mind and body, isn't it? When that double movement, because when you start second guessing and breaking up the rhythm, it can cause a bit of chaos in your mind at times. I think the damage was done, though, really, on the build-up to that rally. 2-all, she really was at full stretch. Another 2-all post. Really tight backhand drive, bringing her in short, and she just was off balance on all three shots there. It was good squash. It was good pressure from Gilis on that rally.
Very intelligent squash.
I think I get the impression from Gilis is that she really does hit a lot of her shots there with a lot of meaning. She really is thinking about each shot and what she's trying to achieve. It's another good example for any juniors out there is just watching both players think about where they're actually trying to play the ball. It's unlucky there from Jules, but it did squirt out, and it was a beautiful forehand drop. So she's just stretched out a bit of a lead here, 8-5. Oh, it's great defense here by Gilis. It's good pressure. Ooh.
Yes, that.
Yes, that. 8-5, white box.
Enough contact there for a let. General consensus here. Yes, let. Yes, let. Yes, we've got 4 yes, let. 3 anyway. All from very experienced juniors, very talented juniors here on my left-hand side. Yeah. I think fishing would be the best description for these lads. Just a really good hold there from Gilis. Crow was committed, just could not recover. It's good squash.
Again, she's really using the whole court. She's using everything. She's hitting hard, hitting high, straights and cross courts, posts and drops the whole lot. And then to add the hold into it is very impressive.
And out. 6-9.
The loose ball from Gilis again. She had no choice but to take a stroke there. I don't think she could have hit that one.
I mean, she delayed just that fraction of a second, and that's her prerogative to do just that. And she is really trying to fight her way back into this game. So next couple of rallies, a lot at stake. Yeah, I think Jules just could have just. Oh.
She missed an opportunity there, Dara, to go short.
She sure did, yeah. I mean, she was in command of the tee. Gilis was right in front of her. She hit the ball right back to her. Little cross-court drop, and then it was just more questions of Gilis on that occasion.
Famous 2-wall boast that we've been talking about.
We just love that 2-wall boast. Good squash. And it's tight, good width.
And out. 8-10, in ball.
So 1 game ball saved. Can she save another couple? Great backhand drive. 1 more to go. Can she level it up?
9-10, in ball.
Oh, she's done it. Yeah.
10-0, Claire win by 2 points.
Great effort here by Courtice. That is good scrambling from 7-10 down to 10-all. Wow. She's really striking that ball with intensity.
Yeah.
11-10.
No chance of making a mistake there. She was going for it. Does not want to lose this game. Great pickup. Very good squash. I think that it. I think. Whoa, I would agree with Ireland's top referee here. I think I'd agree with him.
11-10 game ball.
Well, I just wonder if she actually managed to get that pickup. It looked like it was a double. We'll go back to the TMO, the video ref. But what I actually liked about that is that under a lot of pressure, she still chose the right option to go straight. High risk, mind you. Marginal. Yeah. High pressure. Huge rally. Again, yeah, really good stuff under a lot of pressure. That's a really good sign of an intelligent squash player, making right decisions under a lot of pressure. You can just see now, Courtice really wants this. Yeah, it's brilliant stuff. Oh, great rally. Great rally.
Didn't hold back at all. She made all the right decisions and went for her shots. That's brave.
Brave and maximum effort. It's great squash there by both players. A good example actually to the under 17s men here. They could learn a thing or two. Not under a lot of pressure there on forced error. She'll be disappointed with that.
She did not finish her swing at all. She just stabbed at the ball. Yeah. Definitely be disappointed with that after the massive effort she put in the previous rally. 12-11 game ball. Again, very good. Maybe a little bit loose. Courtice definitely using her power and tenacity. She's getting stuck in here, and she's got it. 2-1 to Courtice. Great effort, really hanging in there from 9-6 down in that game.
Great effort there by the English lady, taking it to 2-1. Do we have an upset on our hands over the Scotlanders? What do you make of that game? Courtice won that, Scott. Have you been watching this game? You are sitting in front of us.
Yeah, it's tooth and nail.
Tooth and nail. Again, riveting stuff from Scotlanders. We'll be right back for the fourth. David Ryan is queuing up for a few more words for the mic. Just getting those cups engraved. See, the previous year, Dennis had engraved with Dennis's spell points. I have to get to replay the whole thing. Start again. Yeah, I'm actually around. Oh, I'm here and I'm playing Friday. So I'd be keen to have it in. So yeah, counting on Thursday. sounds good. Sam, when did you get that cut back actually to you, the national score? 17. Huh? Yeah, it's four. The one that you want. Why not? Okay, just, yeah. I don't need it immediately. I think it is actually the only. So you got all the names of the pro ones as far back as we can go.
15 seconds.
The club was Judah. Good friend of mine. So as Sam Buckley just said there, it looks like we got a game on our hands. Now Sam is actually reckons it's going to be 3-2 to Gilis. I think Courtice is just she's writing her own script. She's 2-1 up. Love all. We've got game on. Ball was down. That was clearly down. The ref has also called it down.
No, that's funny as well.
So 1-0, Courtice.
We were speaking earlier about with Jim Flynn, talking about the importance of a coach between games. And Julianne was on her phone getting some advice from her coach. So she's obviously benefiting from our commentary there. I think she's definitely taking advice from us.
It's funny you should say that. I was talking to, or we had Mohammed Al-Shabaghi. I was talking to Shabaghi. We had Shabaghi here for an exhibition match with his brother about a month ago. And he was talking about one particular match he was playing under a lot of pressure, and he phoned his coach Harrington for a bit of advice. He was struggling with his game and just needed a few words there of guidance. So it's a good strike. Courtice is 5-love. Yeah. Got the momentum now. So Courtice is she's 5-love up, and she's looking good for a lead. Gilis is going to have to work extremely hard now. Try and get back into this game. Just seems as if now Courtice is just striking the ball really sweetly. She's completely cut out the errors that we saw in the first game. And she's really committing herself to this match. It's a good game of squash.
1-5.
No chance of a bagel now. 1-5.
Speaking of advice during matches, I was reading a blog there recently. Rodney Oz was talking about making the analogy of when you're talking to your player at half-time or after the you've got 90 seconds. That's a great shot. Really well worked opportunity there. Put Gilis into the
6-1.
get her up on the backhand side. Very, very, very tough drop. Opened up the court. Really executed a really sharp, crisp forehand drive, very tight. So 6-1. Oh, great drop. No. And Rodney Oz was giving advice saying, listen, let the player just 30 seconds break, give them one message, maybe two at best. It's very difficult to try and actually communicate with the players under a lot of pressure. And all they can kind of absorb is maybe one or two messages during that 90-second period.
It's a crucial time now. If Gilis doesn't score a point over the next 2 or 3 rallies, it looks like it might be quite a long way back. Very impressive squash here by Courtice.
7-2.
7-2, 30 places between both players. Gilis ranked 2. This could be a really good scalp for Courtice. As David said, next couple of rallies are huge. That's a great shot. Really well executed. And positive still, you know, trailing 2-7, still going for that, which is a really good sign.
Admire that, you know, she's still sticking to her guns and using her tactics. 3-7, it's difficult to call it. I'd say that it's almost too far of a lead, but if she can peg back 2 points here, 5-7, it's game on. But I don't think Courtice is going to let that happen. She's being very positive and looks very confident. It's down. That's one more point now and we're back in it.
4-7.
Physically, Gilis will be well able to pull this back. She can still, with that 5-love lead, she would have gained a lot of confidence, and her hard hitting is winning. She's using the full court. She's hitting powerful, low, hard shots, putting a lot of work into the rally as well. 4-7 is a lot. Isn't still 4 points of a 3 points of a difference. Mentally, she'll be confident. And that's a telling shot. In my head, I thought straight drop. Use the front of the court. Now we're on a game in her hand.
So, and a good lesson, always stick in, stay in the rally. I mean, Courtice played a really good defensive cross-court lob, really set herself up, and just a little bit tense and popped into the tin. So this requires a huge amount of concentration, actually, from both players, because Gilis is chasing it. Courtice is just looking for 1 or 2 more breaks so she can just stretch ahead. Next couple of rallies are really big rallies, pressure rallies.
Power shot. She's not using that front of the court. As soon as she does, she's hit the tin twice now. And I think maybe that confidence she had to take 5 up is running out.
Well, it's remarkable a game can change so quickly. I mean, 5-0, you would have thought, yeah, Courtice can just stretch away. But Gilis has really scrambled well. And again, she's just, I go back to that point at 2-7. You know, really good backhand drop. Really thought about what she was doing, and she's still remaining very, very true to playing good squash, good structured squash. And mentally, oh, she did very well there. She was backhand drive now. If Courtice was in the position, that would have been an automatic stroke.
She's what Pork Harrington refers to as the yips, isn't it? When you do not want to go short, you just want to drill that ball. And so she definitely needs to try and get that confidence back.
So 7-all. Gilis has worked her way all the way back into it. Sometimes that can also maybe when you reach a bit of parity, you can take the foot off the glass, but not on this occasion. Sublime drive. Beautiful squash. Now all the momentum is with Gilis.
Yeah, she's really using that backhand well. I would not put it on her backhand at the moment. She's through the ball superbly. Very clean hits. Courtice has started to try and hit her way out of this one. Both players being patient. Opportunity, and she goes long again. And again.
Both players know exactly what's at stake here. The next rally is either parity or Gilis is 2 points ahead. Oh, it's good. Well done. It was good, and you've got to be careful there because a lot of the balls were going cross court and they were turning into a bit of an attritional rally there, and Courtice just saw the opportunity, just dropped the head racket, and it was a good drop, good counter drop at the right time.
Definitely the right time, and it could pay dividends there. She was waiting for that opportunity, and it would have been slightly nervous playing that straight backhand drop, so she did a very good job there. Whoa. Too loose from Courtice. Front wall, mid wall. No choice but to give it a stroke. Gilis couldn't hit the ball. Nine eight Gilis. This is where your mental toughness will be tested, or your resilience. Never in doubt. Very impressed with her backhand today. She's finding supreme lane, backing it up with a really good short ball as well.
Really good technique there, holding under a lot of pressure there, racket up in the right position and just executing under a lot of pressure. It's good stuff. It's great. It's a great comeback. So Courtice needs to see if she can work her way, find some way of... It's getting a bit raggedy there now in terms of some of the actual squash she's playing.
Certainly, it's, for me, hats off to Gilis here. She's tactically, she hasn't faltered at all. She's using the whole court. Look, again, she goes short. She's nervous, playing those short balls. Amazing shot there from Courtice. One game save. Very cross-court drop. Again, we say a brave shot. I wouldn't like to be in her shoes in that for that particular shot.
A bit of a heart, but at the same time, again, brave. And if you really want to, another great shot. And this is another good example of having options to close out a rally, using the front of the court. I mean, two really good, attacking shots there. Got to win by 2 points. As David said, this is a bit of a seesaw battle. Hard to call.
I do think that Gilis has used the court quite a lot more than Courtice, which isn't necessarily reason to win, but I've admired her tactics and her willingness to continue to use the whole court. Balance has been swaying back and forth, so we've had 10-8 game ball, now 10-0. Now it's a mental battle. Keeping the ball out of the tin. Letting the racket flow as well. You don't want to get that wooden arm. You want to flow, you want to use swing, nice fast swings, getting good length, trying to get that tee position. Again, she goes it in short. Very well done. This is a long, long rally. Oh my God, she keeps going for it. It's very impressive. She deserved that rally. That was very, very impressive. Full court usage again. Not afraid to go short on that volley.
Courtice though really working hard though to stay in the rally. In fairness, her defence is very impressive. Yeah, I think they're both really they're at their maximum. You know what? It'd be great to see this go to 5. Once again, she's just Oh, good. Great athleticism here. This is a huge amount of effort. No let. Yeah, right call, no let. Courtice played that rally really well. And again, another example of squeezing her around the court and then just a very simple drive, hitting the target. But Gilis should force the opening there for the forehand volley. That was a really good squash rally.
Another game ball. This will be game ball number 4.
Just as we spoke about there earlier, again, that shot that we love to talk about, that 2-all boast. That 2-all boast, it just created the opportunity. Courtice went in on the wrong foot, just was a little bit loose, and Gilis was able to just stand right behind her, ready to pounce on the mistake. Big rally coming up. Oh, great length, great length. I can't believe it. That was very impressive. Really good stuff by Courtice. And as somebody called it, we're going to 5. Well done, Sam. Remarkable.
I also think the amount of work that was done there by Courtice, it'll really be a test of her fitness now. Both players working extremely hard, but I think Gilis has the momentum, like Tim said, but also there's the chance that
So, ladies and gentlemen, everyone watching at home, riveting match, 2-all, locked-in battle. I have got to sign out now, attending a Leinster AGM, but I'm going to be handing over to Sam Buckley, one of our talented under-17s Irish internationals, and runner-up in the Leinster League. Oh, that's tomorrow. It's the 5th.
seconds.
Time.
Into the fifth game now. We've got Gilis serving at 2. It's interesting to see how she approached the court there. She kind of almost read in Nadal-esque. Mind games with Courtice, perhaps.
Final game, Gilis to serve, the ball.
Taking as long to serve as Nadal as well. It'll be interesting to see if Gilis maintains her attacking squad. Can Courtice hang in there? It'll be a good test of her fitness. Looking good at the start of the game. She's bouncing around both players. It's been a high quality match.
Great finish. Pinpoint accuracy from Gilis.
1 love.
What do you think of that technique, Sam?
Beautiful open racket face, slotted it straight in.
Something we saw from Adrian Waller in the previous matches. His technique going short was superb. There we go. It's a great shot.
And that's 1-all.
Both players really attacking at the start of this fifth game.
Not happy with that one.
And that's 2-1.
Again, if I was to comment on the technique, it looks like a slight little confidence going short. Her swing wasn't fast enough. It was a little bit too slow. Didn't follow through. She looked a little bit angry after that, so maybe that'll help her push up the tee, finish her swing. Another forced error. That was the first time in that rally the ball actually hit the back wall. Both players are really chasing that ball, trying to take it as early as possible. Unfortunate there for Courtice. Long rally.
3-2.
Unforced error. That could be the telling factor. Whoever can reduce the worst areas. Millie Tomlinson awaiting the finalist, the winner of this match. She's keenly observing behind us at the moment. She'd be delighted watching this. Loads of hard rallies. The longer, the better for her. Oh, great shot.
For her goal and ask from the English one.
Again, another unforced error. She played so well, worked the rally so well, built her opportunity. It's the right shot to play, she just didn't execute. Very impressive court coverage from both players. It's the whole match. Stroke there to Courtice.
And 4-all.
2-all, 4-all. Again, couldn't be closer. Equal prize money this year for men and women at the Irish Open. Oh. She's done that a couple of times now, that deception on the backhand side.
5-4.
It'll work better and better and better the more tired the legs of Courtice get. But I was saying equal prize money for men and women at the Open this year. It's happening more and more often. Even all the big events are equal prize money in squash now as well, which is great. Same format for men and women. So they now both play on a 17-inch tin. Best of 5 games, same score. It's not as much like tennis where you have the Grand Slams vary between men and women, but in squash it's very much on par. They play the same rules, same tin height. Sam reckons it's not the same tin. Yes, it is, Sam. For the past year, the ladies have played on a 17-inch tin on the professional circuit as well. Syria. So impressed again with Gilis's tactics. She's really stretching the court out, and to match that impressive tactical display, you got Courtice chasing every ball down. Really impressive all round.
7-5.
Slight advantage here for Gilis, 7-5. What do you reckon, Sam?
Courtice looking slightly fatigued here.
Fair enough, I'd say. All the chasing she's doing.
Gilis seems to be growing in confidence throughout this fifth. Really finding her range.
She's still sticking in there though, still finding very powerful shots. I think 66 is she won't be long around 66 if she plays like this. Courtice, she's playing well above her rank. Gilis being 36 in the world.
8-5.
Both players looking pretty tired, if we're being honest, trying to hide it. Poker faces. Relentless pressure being applied by Gilis. Unbelievable retrieving again from Courtice. So impressive. Oh, hats off again. Courtice shaking her head. How could she even have the audacity to play a post from there? That was amazing. Brilliant squash here. Courtice being stretched big time. You reckon you'd be able to chase the ball down for that long, Sam?
No, definitely not.
You're taller than her, in fairness. I say you'd be alright. Better be alright, actually.
Ferocious hit. Force there.
It's a real lesson. Long and short, making her work so hard. Well deserved if she gets this point. Unbelievable match. Broke her down.